Every visit.
For the first year, he came literally every single day. When you're in a match, you have a visit every day, so it alters on the weekends, Saturday or Sunday. So literally the first year.
How far is Bedford Hills from?
It's about 45 to an hour, depending on traffic.
So he was running up there every day, like coming up there.
Yeah, so like it got to a point where I had to tell him like, yo, like I'm good. I'm alright. Like, and I guess like when he believed.
Ruma's alleged cheating tape has reportedly just surfaced online, and word on the street is that it's every bit as shocking as it sounds. According to sources, her partner, Papoose, is devastated as their highly publicized romance starts to crumble in front of everyone. Ruma is now scrambling to manage the fallout, but the question remains, can the damage be undone? Once, Ruma and Papoose were celebrated as the embodiment of black love in hip-hop, a gold standard of loyalty, trust, and affection. They weren't just another celebrity couple, they represented a modern-day fairy tale. But instead of castles and gowns, their story unfolded amid beats, bars, and heartfelt visits to prison. Born on May 30, 1980 in the Bronx's Castle Hill projects, Ruma faced a tough upbringing. She became a caretaker for her younger siblings while navigating the hardships of addiction within her family. Yet she didn't let those challenges define her. She turned to poetry as an escape, channeling her struggles and resilience into her words. Her raw talent quickly began to attract attention. Ruma's journey is nothing short of dramatic. She married Papoose, the self-proclaimed king of black love, in February 2016, but their story began back in 2007, just before her life took a dramatic turn. On July 13, everything changed. Early in her career, the late Big Pun recognized her potential and gave her the break that would launch her into the spotlight, featuring her on his 200 album. But fame brought complications. Following a confrontation outside Manhattan Deli, Ruma turned herself into the NYPD. The alleged victim, Makita Barnes Joseph, claimed that a heated argument over $33,000 escalated, leaving her injured. Despite Ruma's insistence that there was no provocation, surveillance footage remained inconclusive, and Joseph held Ruma accountable. The case went to court.
Nobody, so I don't know what y'all talking about. Seeing that Remy Ma wants that doesn't really surprise me. He was a true definition of that's a good man, Savannah. And I don't know if she thought the grass was green on the other side, but considering that he got a new girlfriend.
Facing overwhelming odds, Ruma was convicted in March 2008 for illegal weapon possession and attempting to commit assault. The courtroom painted a grim picture. The judge accused her of rifling through Joseph's belongings in search of the missing money, leaving the victim alone while allegedly seeking her lost funds. Joseph suffered severe injuries requiring multiple surgeries and filed a massive $80 million lawsuit. Ruma ultimately served 6 years of an 8-year sentence at Bedford Hills Correctional Facility before her release in August 2014. For many couples this might have been the end. But not for Papoose. He stood by Ruma through every challenge, proving what true ride-or-die loyalty looks like. He ensured she never faced anything alone, showing the world the depth of his commitment. Real love doesn't check calendars or respect timing. It shows up when it's needed most. For Remy Ma and Papoose, their love story was never conventional. In 2008, the two attempted to quietly take their relationship to the next level with a proposal, though it hardly resembled the classic romantic gesture most people picture. Instead of flowers, candles, or a picturesque setting, their moment was raw, real, and unmistakably reflective of their lives in the hip-hop world. Papoose didn't just promise fidelity in a typical sense, he exemplified loyalty in its truest form. Yet, as with many legendary love stories, things didn't go entirely as planned. The wedding that was supposed to formalize their commitment was abruptly derailed by an incident that has since become infamous among fans and insiders. Papoose, in a bizarre but memorable twist, was caught attempting to bring a skeleton key into the venue to see Remy. It was chaotic, unexpected, and to outsiders a little wild, but anyone who knew Papoose and Remy understood that his actions, while unorthodox, were born out of intense devotion. In that moment, he was willing to risk scandal and embarrassment just to ensure he could be close to the woman he loved. Though the wedding was called off, this episode became a testament to the unconventional, larger-than-life nature of their bond. To understand why their story resonates so deeply, one must look at Remy Ma's early life. Born in the Castle Hill projects of the Bronx on May 30, 1980, Remy faced challenges that would have broken many. She grew up quickly, taking on responsibilities for her younger siblings while navigating a family environment marred by addiction and hardship. Instead of letting her circumstances dictate her future, she turned to poetry and music as an outlet, pouring every ounce of pain, ambition, and resilience into her craft. Her raw talent was unmistakable, and it wasn't long before her skills caught the attention of major players in the hip-hop scene. Papoose, on the other hand, emerged as a figure synonymous with loyalty, integrity, and devotion in the world of hip-hop relationships. Known affectionately as the King of Black Love, he had seen firsthand how fame, money, and external pressures could destroy even the most promising relationships. With Remy, he wasn't just looking for a partner, he was committed to building something lasting, something that could withstand the unique pressures of their world. Their love wasn't about showmanship or public appearances. It was about survival, partnership, and a deep-seated respect that transcended ordinary romance. The year 2008 was pivotal for both of them. Beyond the proposal fiasco, it was a period marked by intense personal and professional trials. Remy's legal battles loomed large, threatening to derail not only her career but also the foundation of their relationship. Yet through every setback, Papoose remained steadfast, a constant source of support and strength. Their love, while tested in extreme ways, only grew deeper in its complexity. The challenges they faced highlighted the reality that true loyalty is often measured not in smooth sailing but in how two people weather storms together. Papoose's skeleton key incident, though humorous to some, symbolizes something far deeper: a willingness to defy convention, to go to extraordinary lengths for love. While many would balk at the audacity of such a move, it epitomized the intensity of their connection. It wasn't about breaking rules for thrill, it was about ensuring that, in a world filled with obstacles, their bond remained unbroken. That chaotic moment captured the essence of their relationship: bold, fearless, and unapologetically real. To fully appreciate this chapter of their story, one must also reflect on the cultural context. In hip-hop, relationships are often scrutinized under a microscope. Celebrities' personal lives become public property, and trust can be tested daily by gossip, scandal, and manipulation. Against this backdrop, Remy and Papoose's journey stands out not only because of its drama but because of the authenticity underlying it. Their challenges were not fabricated for entertainment. They were real-life tests of commitment, resilience, and devotion. While the wedding may have been called off, it didn't signal the end of their romance. In many ways, it reinforced the narrative that true love isn't about perfect timing or flawless plans. It's about showing up even when the circumstances are messy. Even in moments of public embarrassment, their commitment remained intact. They navigated a world that often seemed intent on tearing them apart, and yet they persisted, together. When news first broke that a supposed cheating tape of Remy Ma had surfaced online, the internet collectively went into a frenzy. Social media feeds exploded with speculation, fans debated the authenticity of the footage, and gossip outlets scrambled to provide updates. For Remy Ma, the situation was a nightmare, one she could have never fully prepared for. In private, sources say she panicked almost immediately, realizing that her personal life, which she had long tried to protect, was suddenly exposed for public consumption. Meanwhile, Papoose, her longtime partner and champion of loyalty, reportedly felt blindsided, and insiders claim he's contemplating whether this betrayal might be the breaking point in their tumultuous yet iconic relationship. To understand the gravity of this moment, it's important to recognize the foundation of Remy Ma and Papoose's relationship. Their love story has always been a mixture of intensity, resilience, and complexity. Unlike many celebrity couples, their bond was forged in the crucible of real-life struggle. Remy Ma's rise in hip-hop was anything but smooth. Born in the Castle Hill projects of the Bronx on May 30, 1980, she grew up facing adversity from an early age. She had to shoulder responsibilities for her younger siblings while navigating a family environment riddled with addiction. Despite these challenges, she discovered a talent for storytelling and poetry, turning her pain into lyrical prowess that would later define her career. Papoose, on the other hand, entered Remy's life as both a confidant and an unwavering supporter. Known for his steadfast loyalty and devotion, he quickly became more than just a romantic partner. He was a symbol of trust, stability, and unconditional love. Their union was celebrated as a beacon of Black love in the hip-hop community, a rare example of a couple whose relationship seemed to transcend the typical pitfalls of fame. From their first meeting to their eventual marriage, their story has been characterized by highs, lows, and moments of both public triumph and private hardship. The leaking of the tape represents a critical inflection point in this saga. While the internet thrives on scandal, for Remy Ma, this leak is not merely about public perception, it's deeply personal. Sources indicate that she is working tirelessly to mitigate the damage, contacting representatives, attempting to manage public statements, and strategizing about how to protect her career and her family from the fallout. However, the very nature of such leaks means that once material hits the digital sphere, controlling the narrative becomes nearly impossible. Papoose's reaction is equally significant. Known for his patience and long-suffering devotion, insiders say he is deeply hurt and feels betrayed, not only by the alleged infidelity but by the fact that their private life has become fodder for public consumption. Observers note that Papoose is at a crossroads. While he has historically stood by Remy through some of her darkest moments, including her time in prison, this incident presents a different kind of challenge. It's a test of trust under the harshest spotlight imaginable. Looking back at their history, it's clear why this leak has caused such tension. In 2008, the couple attempted to formalize their commitment with a low-key proposal, but the process itself was far from traditional. Papoose's devotion has often been marked by grand gestures, intense loyalty, and an unorthodox approach to showing his love. However, even the most steadfast devotion can be shaken when confronted with betrayal. For fans, this incident is shocking precisely because it contrasts sharply with the narrative of ride-or-die loyalty that the couple has cultivated over years of public life. Remy Ma's career trajectory adds another layer to the drama. From her early beginnings under the mentorship of Big Pun to her rise as one of hip-hop's most formidable female voices, her life has always been intertwined with high stakes and intense scrutiny. Her legal battles, time in prison, and subsequent comeback created a public image of resilience and determination. Yet, with this latest controversy, the stakes are not just professional, they're profoundly personal. Every fan interaction, every interview, and every social media post now carries the weight of potential judgment or misinterpretation. The broader context of hip-hop culture also intensifies the scrutiny. Relationships in the spotlight are rarely private, and the expectations for loyalty are often magnified. Celebrity scandals in the music industry have a way of defining careers and public perception, especially for women in hip-hop, where personal missteps can be disproportionately criticized. In this climate, the leak of such a tape can have far-reaching implications, potentially affecting not only Remy's reputation but also the narrative surrounding her relationship with Papoose. Yet, amid the chaos, some analysts argue that this incident could redefine public conversations about love, trust, and accountability in celebrity relationships. Remy Ma and Papoose have weathered extreme challenges before, and while this may be a particularly painful moment, it also highlights the fragility and complexity of trust in long-term partnerships. It forces both the couple and the public to confront difficult questions about forgiveness, loyalty, and the limits of devotion. The unfolding drama also underscores the role of digital media in modern relationships. In an era where leaks, hacking, and viral content can expose even the most private moments, the pressure on celebrities to maintain both personal and public reputations is immense. For Remy Ma, this means not only dealing with personal betrayal but also managing the relentless judgment of an online audience that thrives on sensationalism. Meanwhile, Papoose's potential decision to walk away raises questions about the sustainability of relationships under constant surveillance and scrutiny. Despite the scandal, their story is far from over. If there's one thing that fans have learned from following Remy Ma and Papoose over the years, it's that their relationship has survived obstacles that would have destroyed many others. From legal battles and career challenges to public scrutiny and personal hardships, they have consistently demonstrated resilience and commitment. Whether this latest incident will mark a turning point or just another test remains to be seen, but it undeniably adds another dramatic chapter to their already compelling narrative.